Hi everyone, Letty here, Party Planner Papery. I have another hashtag Paper Stash Smash video. This is a 6x6 smash, Cartabella's Harvest. It was a mega pad, so 48 sheets. Let me show you what I made. Welcome back everyone. So I have a 6x6 paper pad that I want to try to work through. I don't know if I'm going to smash it, but I want to try to at least show you what's in here before I start cutting into it. I did also pick up a coordinating sticker sheet that goes with it. So I've got a little bit more than just paper here that I'll be working with. Now this one is a mega pad. So it's got 48 double-sided sheets. This one's by Carta, which is like the sister company to Echo Park. Echo Park puts out these, or has these, like warehouse sales. I think at this point they're probably doing it like every month, if not multiple times a month. At one point they did it like once a quarter, and so you really had to stock up when they came out. Now you can skip a sale, pick up when you want. I mean, you've got a lot more options now. But I had picked this one up because I thought it was absolutely stunning, and I'm kind of kicking myself for not picking up the 12 by 12 because Carta has that luscious thick cardstock, scrapbook paper. It's super thick and it's textured, and I think with these prints, that paper would really be beautiful. So again, it's called Harvest. And again, I did pick up a sticker sheet. I think they had the sticker sheets for, I want to say it was like $1.50 or $1, or it was dirt cheap. It was dirt cheap. It might've been like 10 for $15, like $1.50 each. It's really nice because it comes with some sentiments, but then a bunch of like decorative elements, including like little decorative elements that you could use as like little embellishments or even on the insides of cards. It does have a couple of the washi strips. I always get stumped with these sometimes, and then usually I end up just cutting them into like 3 sets and putting them on the insides of cards. But we'll see if I do something different this time. So again, I have a sticker sheet that coordinates with this. Let's do a quick flip through of the paper pad. So what's nice about these pads is they do have sentiments, they've got solids, and then they also have, of course, your pattern prints. And Echo Park and Carta started putting full-size cut-aparts in these pads, which is amazing. Used to be, you had to like actually buy all the coordinating like 3x4s and 4x4s and everything just to kind of make sure that you had what you needed, because these pads only had like printed paper, or they did have cut-aparts. Look how gorgeous that is. They did have cut-aparts, but they were like itty-bitty, like 1x3 or 1.5 by 3. I mean, they were just super tiny. So I think it's like 16 patterns, and it repeats 3 times. Let's look at the backs. So these are like the B-sides. So, and it's a little stiff because it's a really big pad, and I have not really flipped too much through it, but I think it's just absolutely stunning. I haven't decided what I want to do yet. We will see what I end up doing. I was kind of thinking of making some journals, gratitude journals. I'm really not 100% sure, but I think these little like prints are so gorgeous that I can pretty much go in a lot of different directions. But maybe even some tea favors for fall craft fair. I don't know, we'll see. But I wanted to at least show you that piece before I start cutting into it, because once I cut into this, who knows, I might smash it like in a day. And so I want to at least kind of show you that piece before I do. So the next step is I'll either come back in a second and I'll show you a project share where the projects are already done, or I'll actually give you like a quick little tutorial. We'll see. I just wanted to pre-record this, so I had this ready. But I hope you enjoyed that. Let's see what we make with this paper pad. Okay, friends, so whether you believe it or not, it's about a month after the first video that I recorded where I did the flip through. It's about a month later. I recorded that in September, and we are now the middle of October. And so I did smash this, and I've had this smashed for at least a week or so. I just hadn't had a chance to film it. So I just wanted to kind of come back and show you what I ended up making. I did end up smashing this pad. This is the Harvest pad by Carta. It was a mega pad, so it was 48 double-sided sheets, lots and lots of paper. I mentioned wanting to make gratitude journals and things, and I ended up starting out with some Gatefold cards, and I had so much fun that it turned into a Gatefold gift card holder. And then I didn't stop from there. I used all of my scraps as well, or most of my scraps, and I made some scrap cards. This is what I have left over. So it's a lot of like little bitty pieces. And there are some like little skinny strips like this. I ran out of places to put them. Some of these are the actual branding strips, so they have the little hole in them, because it's like the hang tag right here at the top. So it really wasn't even probably part of the 6x6. It was just like a little bit of extra. I did have a few cut aparts left over, and I got stuck on how to use them. I didn't want to use them on my scrap cards because I was a little stuck with the messages. So like this one says fall in love, and this one says friends and family. And yes, you could definitely make cards with both of these, but the types of cards I was making, it just wouldn't really vibe right. I had 3 of them, so they were all of them. And then the back was this dark pattern. And again, I just was not kind of vibing with the rest of what I had left over in my scraps. There are some darker colors in here that it would have went really well with, but the scraps that I had left over were mostly like lighter colors. And so I said, you know what, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna just put it back in my stash like this, and if for some reason I do not end up using it at some point, I'll either send it in some happy mail or I will just trash it. I'm not really like gonna waste weeks and weeks trying to figure out what to do with that. So again, this was the Harvest collection by Carta. Let me show you what I ended up making. So I started out with some Gatefold cards, and what was crazy was I had actually made the majority of these cards, and I had done a video, I believe for my members, for my YouTube members, where it like hit me that maybe I should try to do like make it a gift card holder, and I was gonna add a pocket like right here. And then it dawned on me, well, we have a flap right here and it does have an indentation right here. So in theory, this could be a pocket, but it would be like a hidden pocket. And it just so happens that a gift card fits perfectly. So I created a tutorial for my members, and then I came back and I did do a tutorial for you all. Here is what the Gatefold gift card holder card looks like. Unfortunately, I had already made a ton of other cards before I realized that this was even possible. And so the rest of these cards are just regular Gatefold cards, which is fine. And then this one is an actual gift card holder. But the next couple of collections that I'm using, I'm definitely making some more of these because this is literally my new favorite card. So here is what it looks like. You have a 3x4 cut apart on the front, and you do have a mat, which is 3¼ by 4¼ This is a Gatefold card, so it has kind of like a gate here. You see how it kind of opens from both sides? That's what the Gatefold is. You open it up and you've got a place to write. You've got some pretty pattern paper, and you do have your pocket for your gift card. So it's pretty neat because if you end up not putting a gift card, you really wouldn't know that there's even a pocket there. Like there's no indentation. You could always add a notch on that little side, but there really is no, like, it just looks like it's an extension because of the front part, right? Like you don't have to use it as a gift card holder. Or even you could put scraps or little cut aparts, little die cuts, little stickers, little ephemera, little happy mail, or even some cash if you were giving a gift. You've got lots of options. I decorated these with a couple of the stickers from the sticker sheet. I had purchased, of course, that sticker sheet, which I showed you, and then also the 6x6 mega. So here's what it looks like. I did not decorate the back, but you absolutely could. I'll probably come back in and add my handmade label in the back. But otherwise, here is what that card looked like. And again, I have a tutorial for this. I'll try to link it at the very end of this video. And I have a member video where we sort of like stumbled into this as well. So that was super fun. That's one of the fun things about those member videos is like, okay, I don't know if this is going to work. Let's try it. And we try it. And so you kind of get all of my actual like reactions in real time and all. It's super fun. So I have a ton of other cards. And again, these are not gift card holders. They don't have the pocket here. So there really is no difference between when you look at the two cards. Again, you wouldn't even know that one was a gift card holder or not, which is what I really like about this. So if you decide not to use it as a gift card holder, you just don't have to add anything into that pocket. Okay, so here is these cards, and I did do them pretty much exactly the same. No big change there. So that's that set. And then I did basically sets of 3 because there were 3 pages in each one. So I'll show you one of the 3. Now this one actually has a 3x3 cut apart. There are some 3x3s in this. And so I also did that one. And this one would not lend itself to the gift card holder kind of situation because this pocket would be much shorter. But just in case you did want to use your 3x3s for this, I had even thought about adding some little holes right here and closing it with some twine. I thought that would be super cute. I just never got a chance to do it. So for now, I'm going to leave it as is. If right before I use them or sell them or give them away, if I want to add that in, I might end up punching a tiny little hole right here, a little hole right here, and then basically throw some twine into it and kind of wrap it and make it like a little bow and kind of have it like an additional little enclosure. You could always also add a little Velcro dot right here and kind of have it to where it snaps completely forward, but you don't need that because it is a flat card. So I don't know if you saw that. So yeah, so these are the second set of cards that I did. And so you can kind of see the little sticker combinations. I used up the little banners that come in the sticker set. I used up whatever I could. Here's another set with the 3x3s. I think these are cute. And I did end up having to bring in some cardstock from my stash when I first made these because I ran out of the cardstock that came in this mega pad. That's the good thing about the mega is that you do get some coordinating cardstock, but I ran out, so I had to bring some in from my stash to kind of keep with the same kind of theme. Here's another one with a 3x4 cut apart. I love how the patterns and the prints of this collection, they're so tranquil, but like regal and like just glorious. They're so, so pretty. So pretty. So, and then having the sticker sheet like really made it so easy. Here's another one with 3x4. This one has more of like a really sort of kind of darker color on them. I really like these really dark fall colors as well. So that one's this one. Here's just a couple little sticker cluster. And then again, another one with the banner. Again, I tried to use whatever I could. Here's this one with the 3x4. And again, more of those banners. And another one. And another one. Look at the gorgeous colors. Like, I love these colors. Okay, so those were the first 18 cards. Then I had a whole bunch of scraps, and so I decided to make some scrap cards. So all of these cards were made with just like strips of paper that I had left over after making all of these. I made all of these cards. So we have, now I had 3 of those 3x4 cut aparts left over. So I did make 3 of these. And again, this is like literally scraps on top of scraps on top of scraps. I didn't do very much on the inside. I just added a mat and then added a little scrap strip. So, but this one does have those 3x4s. So these sentiments actually came in the kit and again, or in the collection little pad. So I think those still turned out super cute. And they're, again, real flat, so perfect for mailing. Now, during this entire time, I had done a World Card Making Day video for my members, and I did give them an extra set of free digital sentiments. And so those are the sentiments that I used for this next set of cards. And so if you are one of my members, my YouTube members, and you wanted to get some inspiration for using that sentiment set, here it is. I used it to go ahead and make this set of cards. And I didn't do a separate video for y'all because I figured you would be able to see it right here. So just as a heads up for that, if you are a member, you do have access to this digital as well. So I ended up using some scraps. Here's a scrap strip. Actually, this one was a full mat that I was able to cut down. I had like 2 or 3 sheets left. So I did cut down a couple of these mats, and then all the rest of this is scrap. So I just had some scrap squares. I had a scrap strip. I did add some little doodle lines. You can kind of see there. I did bring in some of these little flowers that I used, I think on last month when I had done some bitty penny paper. I had made these on Canva. I did fussy cut them, added some enamel dots. Those are some not too shabby glitter enamel dots. Love those. And on the insides, I just sort of added some scrap strips again, and then added some more of these little cute stickers. So, and I did pop up with foam dimensional tape. I don't know if you can see it there, the little sentiment. So there, I did pop that up. Here's the next one. I think these colors again are so pretty. So pretty. I absolutely love these. And again, these sentiments were the ones I had given to my YouTube members. So, and then what I had was just a bunch of strips, and I didn't really want to make just a bunch of strip cards. So I did bring in some more cardstock. Remember I mentioned over here I used cardstock? I brought in some of that same pad of cardstock, and I did run it through my die cut machine, and I embossed it. I dry embossed it with this little dot, like this little Swiss dot. So it does actually like come up, and it's kind of, it's like textured. But then I use these strips on all of these cards, and then I used the actual sentiments that I had from the freebie. I just added white paper on the inside, nothing fancy there, because I had already literally run out of paper. I could technically go back and add like little banners and things with this, but at that point I was just trying to get it done. So here are these cards. I'm not gonna even worry about showing you the inside. So I did a bunch of like different like birthday and have a good day and best wishes, thank yous, all kinds of fun stuff. So those were the cards that I made think I ended with 32 cards total. This pad did have 48 sheets, so 32 cards out of 48 sheets. You can definitely tell that some of these cards were definite card busters or stash busters. You used a lot of paper to make these cards, which I have no problem with because I've got a ton of paper in my stash. So again, this was the Harvest Collection by Carta. And again, I had smashed this for the hashtag Paper Stash Smash. The 6x6 was not even the prompt for this month. In fact, it actually is going to be the prompt for next month. I was still playing catch up from August, so which is what the prompt was in August. So, but next month in November, make sure you get those 6x6s ready, because for hashtag Paper Stash Smash, we're going to be smashing 6x6s. So much so that I decided, I was working on a second mega pad. I decided to hold and finish it off in November. So you'll see that final video in November for that one. I'm going to focus on 12x12s, which is the actual prompt for this month. I'm going to try to focus on that moving forward. I have another smash coming up very soon, and then I'm going to work on at least 1 or 2 more before the end of the month. So this is what I was able to make. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you got a little bit of inspiration how to use your items in your stash. But I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much. And as always, happy crafting. Thanks so much for visiting, everyone. Drop me your favorite fall emoji down in the comments down below to let me know that you made it this far in the video. Happy crafting.